all, welcome to the 5th game of day number 31 for StarLadder Series, and the 5th game means that we only have one more game after this one, which is going to be TCM versus Power Rangers, and it's also meaning that it's the third last game. Today there's going to be 2 more matches, including this one, and tomorrow also 2, basically that. Okay. And that's going to be it for the group stages for StarLadder Series. Now, before we jump ourselves into the actual match, I'll just show you the standings as they stood before today. Real quick, for these 2 teams, nothing really can change that much, even though, as we can see, well, actually, a lot can change. This is the last match for 3D Max. If they don't win this, they're going to get dropped down to the Pro Series. And they don't want to do that, so they want to win. That's their motivation. For Absolute Legends, if they win this, they still have a chance to not having to play regulation matches. Because, you know, the bottom 2 get dropped down to Pro Series, but the 2 above that have to play regulation matches against the number 3 and 4 of the Pro Series. So you kind of have to prove that you're still worthy of that StarLadder spot. So that's gonna be on stake. There's a lot at stake actually here for this one. We're going to be seeing Absolute Legends able to pick themselves up a Batrider because it was a life stealer that got banned out for them instead of something else. So the Cuddle, the Wisp and the Nyx still getting banned out, and 3D Max being forced to face that bat. Let's see what they are going to be picking up in return. Is it going to be something like a Magnus? Are they going to go for something like a Gyrocopter, which is the case? And they pick up a Shadow Demon with that. Shadow Demon mostly picked up, I think, to counter that Batrider. Well, this is not really a counter. It's more like if Batrider picks someone up with his lasso, you can disrupt the target that gets picked up, so that, you know, that target actually stays alive, at least through the lasso duration. So that's them picking up heroes. Absolute Legends, their turn to decide what they want to do next. Is it going to be something like the Magnus or the Luna? Actually, I mean, it really depends. They have a lot of ways to go. Queen of Pain is still in the pool as well. They picked themselves up the Rubik first to have themselves a solid support. They kind of had to pick up a support also, because otherwise you have 3D Max banning out all the supports in the next one because they already have one. And is it going to be another support so that Absolute Legends can indeed ban out even more supports, or is it going to be one of those heroes that we see so often? Either Carry or Magnus, I guess. Queen of Pain, solo mid. It really depends on what they're going to do with their Batrider. Batrider can, of course, also be solo mid, but he can also go into the jungle / on the solo off lane. And it's going to be the Lone Druid, so we're going to see another one. And this time, maybe he's going to be having a bit more luck. Lone Druid is going to be on the dire side. And will be, well, it could be even safe lane if you wanted to. So far, I mean, offlane also a possibility. That's a nice thing about picking up a Lone Druid. You can't really say for sure where he's gonna go if you're on 3D Max's side. It's nice for Absolute Legends to have that kind of uncertainty for 3D Max. Because 3D Max, what do they need to ban? Do they need to ban out solo mids? But Batrider could be there. Do they need to ban out carries? Could be Lone Druid. You have got so many different possibilities for bans right now for what Absolute Legends could still pick up, that it's really nice to see that. 3D Max, they already got themselves support and a carry. Do they want to pick up that Queen of Pain? Just have that one secured, because if Absolute Legends is going to be going for the bet in the mid lane, they're going to be banning out the Queen of Pain. Especially since it's one of the signature heroes of Hasta Joe, but maybe Hasta Joe is going to be okay with just playing a puck or something in the mid lane. Could all be possible. Could all be possible. Come on. They're taking their time, actually. Wow. Let's see what they're gonna go for. Nature's Prophet. Interesting, because I wasn't really expecting a Nature's Prophet ban, to be fair. But they also keep, I guess they keep their lineup open. Nature's Prophet is a hero that, like Batrider, could be on a solo safe lane, could be on a solo long lane, could be in the jungle. Yeah, could be going mid, but I'm not really expecting that. So it's going to be easy for Absolute Legends to ban out some of the solo mid heroes, I guess. Like the Queen of Pain, like the Puck. Maybe even something like a Windrunner or a Beastmaster. It's still a Shrek first though. The Shrek getting banned out is of course because of the Shadow Demon and the Gyrocopter already being there. The combination with the disruption followed up by Split Earth is just too annoying to be dealing with, and they don't want to have to. So they ban it out. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Gonna be seeing 3D Max banning out heroes. I mean, it's like I said, it's very tough to ban heroes out against Absolute Legends. They might actually ban out the Magnus still if they're expecting Lone Druid on the safe lane, Bat Rider in the mid, Bat Rider on the off lane, and the Magnus in the mid. It really depends on if they, because yeah, I don't think they're gonna be picking it up themselves anymore, but could be possible. You could ban up another support that goes well together with the Rubik, or ban out a solid jungle hero. There's so much. Absolute Legends lineup is really great right now, purely for the versatility that they offer. I mean, in theory, Rubik is gonna go solo mid, and then Lone Druid on the off lane, Bat Rider on the safe lane, or switch it around. It's all possible. We've seen it all before.
Dire team ban.
And there goes the Queen of Pain. Actually banned out by 3D Max themselves. Interesting enough. But there goes the Clockwork, an off-laner.
Radiant team ban.
Quite surprising to see that getting banned out, because normally it's only picked up against a Lifestealer. Mostly anyways. The 3D Max is gonna be the puck then also if they're gonna go down that road, but with Bat Rider solo mid, it's still so possible. But if you're gonna ban out solo mids right now, then Puck and the Magnus are decent ones. But then again, are 3D Max gonna use their Gyrocopter in the mid lane? It could be. That option is still definitely there.
10 seconds remaining.
And there's the Luna actually, that's a carry hero being banned out. I mean, they're banning out just... I really... Like, if I can't decide what's gonna go for Absolute Legends, 3D Max maybe also not able to decide. I mean, they're players, so they probably know it a bit better than I do. Probably. For sure. But yeah, it's so open. It's so open. I love that. I love that. It's gonna be Puck still. It's gonna get banned out by Absolute Legends. And 3D Max is gonna go get their last ban right now. Which one is it gonna be? Like, I can call out everything I want, and everything would be an okay ban, I feel like. By the way, for the Leshrac being banned out for Absolute Legends, we still of course have the Lina in the pool. Never mind, we don't. God. Yeah. That's of course, I mean, if you're gonna ban out the Leshrac and not the Lina, you might be thinking about picking the Lina up yourself, so 3D Max is not gonna let that happen. And you're gonna be banning it out. Well. There goes the Sand King. I love it. It's the second time we see Sand King today. He's not picked it up enough. But still, it doesn't really give anything away. It doesn't. And that means kind of that we're gonna see Mania Sand King, Mania signature hero. There's always a treat to watch. Come on, 3D Max. We don't really have that much bonus time left, so they kind of need to pick something up fairly soon.
Remaining. Reserve time.
And there's still the Magnus.
Dire team pick.
The only one that I said Puck, Magnus, Queen of Pain. Magnus is the one that didn't get banned, so Magnus is the one that gets picked up. But now still, Magnus could be on the off lane, Gyro and Shadow Demon on the dual lane, is still mid needed, perhaps. But I mean, let's for now assume Magnus is going to be solo mid, and Gyro and Shadow Demon could be going together. Could even still be going for an aggressive tri lane. And they might be picking up a Jakiro with that or something like that. Jakiro is one of those heroes that goes well together with and the Magnus and the Shadow Demon. And the Nature's Prophet.
5 seconds
with the Sprout, of course. Getting a guaranteed hit for that Ice Path. There goes the Anti-Mage, okay.
Radiant team pick.
All of a sudden, Absolute Legends got 2 carries up their sleeve. And 3D Max is gonna find a way to deal with that. Is it RP enough? That's the question. Jakiro might be really needed, or some kind of extra disable. Like, so far they only got the RP and the homing missile. Disruption, of
10
course, as well, but after
seconds
disruption, anti-mage can blink himself away. So they need more disable. Even Vengeful
5
Spirit would be good at this
seconds
point.
remaining. Reserve time.
The last 15 seconds. Come on, Jakiro. Which one do we
10
still have in there with the
seconds
solid
remaining.
disable?
5 seconds remaining.
Nope.
Windrunner at your service.
Well, I mean, she has a disable with a shackle, but it actually has to actually latch. There we go. I'm gonna see how this is gonna go. I'm very interested to see how the lanes are gonna go. I mean, Windrunner could be on the mid lane actually, and then Magnus on the off lane. Kind of means Nature's Prophet is gonna be going to the jungle regardless. But we could also see a Windrunner played as a support.
Yeah. 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Actually, it's the Gyro that seems to be played as support. Wait a second. First, we're gonna go for Absolute Legends, seeing who's playing what. We have Unicorn playing the Anti-Mage. Mania is gonna be actually on the Lone Druid. What? Mania? It's your signature hero. What the hell? Miracle is gonna be playing the Sand King in his stat. It's gonna be Rise on the Rubik. That means that the standing is Hola, who's gonna be going into the mid lane. Interesting to see that they let the stand-in do that kind of important job. I'm gonna have Hester Joe playing the Magnus on the mid lane, of course. We're gonna have Noya playing the Windrunner. Noya is actually the carry normally for 3D Max, with Buller playing the support role, and he is indeed gonna be playing a support Gyrocopter, with the Windrunner being the one to farm and carry. It is gonna be Hayak gonna be playing his Shadow Demon, of course, and Hawaio is gonna be playing the Nature's Prophet, and 3D Max is a team that indeed likes to go for some first level 1 aggression. With the Shadow Demon leading the charge, he has got the disruption. They're gonna come from behind and they're gonna try to find an Anti-Mage perhaps. But Anti-Mage is not really the target that they want to have. Anti-Mage can blink himself out. Maybe they can find someone else. If they can find the Rubik here. Ooh, Rubik. Exclamation mark, pings going off. I think they saw them. I think they realized. And they're gonna be finding the Anti-Mage first. But the Anti-Mage just blinks himself away as expected. So that is going to be 3D Max, not going to be successful this time. We have seen them being successful plenty of times, but not today. So Mania is going to be on the off lane with the Lone Druid. He already has his bear standing around ready to be pulling some of the creep wave. Hester Joe will be in the mid lane. Hawaio now rotating towards the bottom lane, and will actually be having an aggressive trail lane on the top lane. Cute. So an aggressive trail lane with Windrunner being the one to farm. With the Gyro and I mean Shadow Demon and the Gyrocopter work very well together, with of course the disruption to set up for a good rocket barrage. But it's kind of interesting to see that, especially since it feels like they are going to be racing against the clock, because an Anti-Mage and a Lone Druid, both of them have the same kind of tendency to, at 30 minutes in, if they're farmed, the game is over. Especially if there's nothing against that. Oh, we realized someone was coming toward that shackle, not gonna latch, but it is gonna be delaying Miracle Bet to go away. And they're gonna be able to kill that one off. So that's 100 gold wasted on Absolute Legends. I like it. Good job for 3D Max getting that control off. There is of course another sentry ward, should be. But Miracle is gonna be careful about placing that one again. You now realize that there is a ward there. And he's felt the aggression already. Oh. And I realized that... Oh no, I should be fine, should be fine. People inside Dota TV, if you have issues with the quality or the like, if your microphone cuts away, let me know, because yeah. And I did indeed not finish that sentence just because I could. So let's see who's actually going to be going in the mid lane up against each other. We do actually have Rise coming in. Could be throwing a telekinesis up on Hester Joe. There we go. Back to the high ground with you, but there's nothing else to follow up on. So that's going to be Hester Joe. Fine. 2 for 1. Only got 2 last hits so far. Hola has got 3 for 2. Slightly ahead, but we're going to have to see how this is going to go. In theory, Bad Rider will be the one that's safe here. especially able to harass that Magnus a lot. But apparently Magnus can throw a lot of harassment back as well. But for Magnus it's the case, like, he has got an escape with the skewer, and he is gonna be. The only issue is that the turn rate. He has to be able to turn around in that skewer. Basically that. And the thing is, well, he's here for levels anyway. He's fine. He should be fine. If he's not, then no, that's his own fault. Let's see Hawaii. Unless, of course, someone's gonna help. Absolute Legends coming in there. It's gonna be the Nature's Prophet. That's gonna be on the bottom lane. He's already 4 for 3. He's gonna be up against Mania. Mania will be fine. He has got the okay. 4 spectators. 4 spectators. Also people that are watching. Oh, I don't think you can see that actually if you're watching inside Dota TV. There has been huge delays today, of course, due to the bug with Valve of casters not being able to leave the game for about 5 minutes until after the game is done. So that's quite annoying, and it actually delayed all the games very much. The game between TCM and Power Rangers will therefore still start in the official time at 9, which basically is right now in 10 minutes. It will be visible in Dota TV, so you can watch it there, but there will not be a cast of it in that case, or at least not for me. So just so you're aware of that, if you're looking out for that game, you can watch it inside the Dota TV ticket. And by the way, I mean, I realize it's at the end of Season 5, but you might not have bought the ticket, but there will be a tournament starting on Wednesday from Virtus Pro that actually will also be played on the Season 5 ticket. And of course the finals are also on the ticket. So if you buy it still now, which is by the way not really expensive, and you get a courier with it as well, if you buy it still, you still get a lot of games in return for it. So it's definitely worth it. No issues with Dota TV voice. Thank you, Furley, for letting me know that. I hope you get some nice items for witnessing kills. Yay. There we go. I feel like Caster should be able to get that as well, by the way, because I witnessed them. Anyways, yeah, aggressive trialing. I'm going to be focusing mostly on that. Mania is not going to be able to get a kill up on Hawaii until he can get entangles on his bear, because if he gets an entangles, that Nature's Prophet is going to go down, for sure. But yeah, aggressive trialing kind of means, you know, you have to be aggressive, and we're going to see how aggressive they're actually going to be able to be. The disruption has to start things off. There's a burst strike and a telekinesis to be saving someone. Now I have to say, if the Rubik gets initiated on there and a burst strike comes in, Mania will actually place himself, Miracle will actually place himself inside the fight. So that's a bit of the downside of having a burst strike, so he can basically only use it as an escape. And the first blood goes to the extending Bed Rider. Seriously, nobody should die on this middle lane. I just went over that. It's the first blood I missed today. Well, that's a first. Still, you still witness a first. Thank you. So, but yeah, that was basically the Bed Rider overextending very, very far. And Magnus able to stay alive through that, and the tower, of course, helping him out. And that was that. In the meantime, we're going to see a disruption. Not going to be able to do anything because the creep wave is on his way as well, and they can't really do anything anymore, even though Miracle's still getting a bit blocked, but he will be just fine. In the meantime, Noya is going to be able to try some more harassment. Shackled, latches. There will be a home missile as well, but he will be able to blink himself away from the danger zone, I should say. The home missile still hits regardless of anything. Like, it hits through teleports and blinks and everything like that. We're gonna have a gank coming up, maybe from Rise, who rotated towards the middle lane. Gonna still try to go for Hasta Joe. We're gonna see that though. I will keep an eye on the minimap for that one, but I think in the top lane is gonna be the most important one, because we constantly see the roams of all these here. Sentry Ward is gonna get placed once again. Gonna get the Knight once again. So that's that. We still have Rise hanging around there, but there is of course a Radiant Ward, so it is also gonna be the Magnus, who should in theory be very safe, unless he thinks he can get a kill, which might be Skewer, and that is a kill. One more hit away from dying. Boom! That is another kill for Hasta Joe, the second one on the Bed Rider. Here comes support though. Miracle with the level 1 Burst Strike and a level 1 hero. Doesn't want to come close to a level 6 Magnus, who has got 10 stick charges. Could actually turn this around into a double kill if he is lucky. Not going to even try though. Definitely not with the Bed Rider coming in again. And he lost his double damage as well. Shockwave still goes on. Still goes through. I mean, I really could kill a kill there, but doesn't really want to risk it. I don't really blame him. He wants to just free farm. He is level 6 though. He's level 6 at 4 minutes in. That's going to be putting him ahead a lot with those 2 kills, and we're going to be seeing how he's going to be able to make that turn to his advantage even bigger. And we're going to be seeing these 2 roaming around, maybe trying to go for a gank up on the Magnus on the like a wraparound gank, but there goes the smoke, and there goes the no regen room for Joe, and he can skewer himself out from this, and he's actually got 1 stack sticky napalm. Hola, he's gonna go for him. Flame Break trying to help out. Courier still bringing a self, might be able to help out as well. He will have an RP still. He pops the self, he can use it, and he will be safe at his tower. 4 stacks of sticky napalm is still gonna hurt when he gets hit, but he won't get hit. And it is a dust wasted for Absolute Legends, and I mean, yeah, they got the regen rune. Rejoice, but they didn't get the kill, and it's gonna be Joe that had that self send it his way just in time. And he is already getting close to level 7 as well. In the meantime, the rotation comes from the 2 supports towards the bottom lane. They want to try to kill off the Nature's Prophet, who is aware that the entangling claws can come, so he's being extra careful because he knows that 1 entangle could actually cost him his life, and they're actually going to dive him. He is going to be able to TP himself away though, going to be right in time, realizing he wasn't going to be able to make that out alive if he indeed stuck around on that lane. He will be giving away the tower with that though. Fortification is going to try to help out, but this should be the first tower to go down. In the meantime, from the back end, it's going to be Bedford that's going to be in some trouble. Hayek coming in from the side. Disruption will start things off. The Flame Break is still there. Soul Catcher as well. There will actually be an RP and a skewer and a kill. And that is a Shadow Demon getting the last hit for that one. Nice one for him. And yeah, very easy kill for him by the looks of it. It's going to be a bullet that's going to be rotating mid as well. They realized they couldn't really do anything top anymore. They kind of shut down Anti-Mage a bit from farming. He only has 7 last hits, but there's only so much you can shut him down. He's still got experience, so at some point you have to give it up. And Noya is going to be here by himself on the Windrunner. TP incoming from the Bad Rider. After going down, of course, he still doesn't have his level 6. It's kind of sad. 7 minutes into the game almost. And the rotation again on the bottom line. Maybe now they can get a kill. He scouts them though. Burrow Strike is going to happen. Going to interrupt his TP. Oh, never mind. Not going to happen. In the meantime, on the middle lane, Illusion Rune's annoying the Bad Rider a bit. I don't know why that Burrow Strike didn't happen. I didn't go for that. Probably didn't want to. Oh well. In the meantime, Windrunner has got himself some nice last hits. He's 34 for 20. Though we can compare a bit to normally you say can compare it to the Anti-Mage, but Anti-Mage has been shut down. But Mania is actually the one that I want to compare it to, because Mania is actually ahead there. And we take a look at the net worth, and it is going to be the Lone Druid that's pulling ahead of everybody, because Mania has just got 2k gold. He is doing really well for himself, and more importantly, he's of course got a tower as well. And 3 heroes here on the bottom lane, with level 2 now up on the Sand King, will be helping out as well. But we're gonna see how much Absolute Legends already can push without really having anything just yet. Because you know, I've been saying that if this game lasts too long, you have got an Anti-Mage and a Lone Druid that we know can own games. And what are you gonna do then? Is a farmed up Magnus gonna be enough to take down those 2? I don't think so. So what happens if Absolute Legends already can lay down the pressure early on in the game, and 3D Max, they can't really fight back yet? I mean, they can if they have an RP, but they don't really at the moment because there's no mana up on the Magnus, and the Magnus doesn't want to leave mid. Oh, rotation around, Burrow Strike on 2 from the back end, Fabled going through. Here comes the TP from the Magnus though. Does he have enough mana for that RP is the question. Yes, he does, but he can't really use his skewer anymore. He does use his skewer, can't go for an RP, but picks up the kill anyway. So it's gonna be another kill and an overextension from Absolute Legends, losing their Sand King for that one. They did force out a TP, of course. It is not too bad because they also gave some time for Hola to get his levels up. He's level 7 right now, going of course for a blink, and he is gonna be able to pick up the Invis rune as well. Maybe with that he can get a free, good lasso. But the Radiant team, they did see it. They saw him picking up the Invis rune, and the pings come out, and instantly we see Noya running himself away again. And will be the Bad Rider that comes back into vision, and Noya walks back up the high ground. Or back into, well, not a really high ground, but it's still a dangerous zone to be in. Mania in the meantime, 700 gold, he bought something, got face boots up on his bear. It's gonna be the gold grab that's slightly in favor of 3D Max, which is, you know, the kills are 4 kills in favor of 3D Max, but that tower, getting it back even again, and now with the kill again up on, Why do I see a... Oh, they destroyed a tower. There's a button for that too, I was gonna say. But yeah, now with another kill going the way of 3D Max. It is going their way again. And of course, the Batrider still not able to get his thing off. And he actually uses Invis Rune without getting anything in return for it. And he's gonna go for Hawaii. He realizes that he is there. The ward is there. Level 7 up on him. There is, however, support. Here comes Hester Joe. Gonna go for a skewer. Looking for an RP maybe up on Mania. He's gonna be getting a save for Mania. Yeah, there we go. Mania's gonna go down. No hope for him. And Batrider gonna fly himself away. No flame break for him anymore. And there's no demonic purge yet to slow him down. And maybe the homing missile will do the job for him already. But the homing missile is gonna be a bit slow. And I think they're not gonna be able to do this unless they want to really dive a tower. Nature's Prophet actually gonna TP himself in as well, or at least thinking about it. Rocket Rush still going up, but the telekinesis stuns up the two that came in from behind, and that is gonna be the end of the chase of the Batrider. But 5 kills going the way of 3D Max. They're doing good so far. It really depends though. Like they're doing good with being basically 3 versus 5. 3 versus 4, I should say, because Noya hasn't really gotten himself involved either. But the Anti-Mage hasn't gotten himself involved, and Mania just got himself involved for the first time. But normally he's not involved, and he's basically... Yeah, it's basically gonna be 3D Max with the Magnus and the Gyro and the Nature's Prophet, the Shadow Demon, killing off the Batrider 3 times of the 5 times, and the Sand King once, and the Lone Druid once now also. We're gonna have a rotation though. Hester Joe wants to go for the Shackled Up. Oh, Anti-Mage and the Shockwave and the Power Shot will do the job. So all of a sudden, Anti-Mage is the one to be involved in fights because he's forced to. It is gonna actually maybe leading into a tower kill because Nature's Prophet TP'd in towards the top lane. And they should be able to pick that up quite safely also. There we go.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Gotta be seeing Buller. I mean, he is building his he's been building his Gyro a bit as support. But if he's gonna be given a bit of freedom here, he might be transitioning into a decent late game carry, and they kind of need that. The longer the games goes, the more they need to kind of have something against that Anti-Mage and that Lone Druid. So it's good that he transitions into that. It's a role he doesn't normally play, so I'm kind of curious to see how he does it. But we'll find out. In the meantime, Noya, she's going to be going for an Orchid by the looks of it. Is going to be landing a Shackle up on a tree. Nice. Of course, tried to catch the Anti-Mage with that. Let that be known. But didn't latch it, and also gave therefore Hester Joe not the chance to get himself in there for an RP. There is also someone standing around to help out. It's the Batrider looking for a lasso, but he doesn't have it yet. He actually picked up Power Treads. Couldn't go for that fast blink anymore, and just needed to have some extra survivability, so has got that one. And Unicorn can't really find any way to farm right now, not when there are so many people around there. Courier, what are you doing? Ah, the recipe for the Orchid is already there. She's just waiting for that last creep. And she's actually not going to wait for that any longer. She's just going to stand there and get it, I guess. And she is going to TP. She's going to TP bottom. She's going to send the Courier home with it as well. She just wants to stop Mania from pushing in and get the farm as it comes in. And now they realize that she's here. They might be trying to. Well, Anti-Mage will be a bit more safe on the top lane. There's actually 4 people here on the middle lane from 3D Max. I mean, 3D Max only got 1 tower so far. It looks like they want to try to go for more, like with the whole fight take tower thing. They only got the top lane so far. But Absolute Legends is doing a good job with keeping the control of, even though they're a bit behind. They realize they're behind, of course, but it is still that. Sand King, by the way, level 3. Why? Everybody else is level 6 or higher on the side of 3D Max. This is a sad Sand King. And he only died once. This is just from him not getting any experience, basically just by not being in lanes and not jungling either. Can 3D Max continue to capitalize on their kills? That's basically the most important thing, right? We all see the lineup. We all know that 3D Max is gonna have to make haste. So they have to keep the pressure on. They don't have a Blink Dagger yet on the Magnus, so Hester Joe, when he has that, maybe we're gonna see a bit of a change of pace. Hand of Midas up on Hawaii. We're still gonna see Mania just continue to farm on the bottom lane though. Looking to go for Power Treads up on himself. Perhaps, if he wants to split his boots. Maybe he still wants to go for an armlet for his bear. Could be the one as well. We have seen a lot of armlets lately. Up on bears, that is. But yeah, let's see if we're gonna see 3D Max taking this one. This tower would actually, if he gets the last hit for that, Hessa Joe will get himself the Blink Dagger with that. Flame Break trying to deny it, but the tower still goes to the Nature's Prophet.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Hessa Joe, no Blink Dagger just yet. Of course, I didn't want to let it get the Knight. The bet. Mania still hanging, or Miracle still hanging around level 4. Gonna be a sad Sand King if he gets locked inside something. And they realize that. Noya looking for a shackle, only finds creeps though. Nature's Prophet's ultimate bouncing through and a power shot will clear out the creep wave. Well, little bit by little bit. It will be enough to take down the tower, and this is the Blink Dagger ready. And Noya picking up the gold. His Orchid is ready as well, got 1k gold to boot. And will TP herself bottom to just push the lane back out again because Rise as well as Mania were trying to push that. The smoke goes up for 3D Max. Gonna be trying to shut down that anti-mage, of course, again. Anti-mage, you should be realizing that something like this is coming for you. So he should be getting himself out of there. There's only a disruption needed, and after that disruption, there's no blink in time, probably. And there's now, he realized it. He is getting away. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Nature's Prophet taking it as well. And there's gonna be a blink away. And the RP, it whiffs, and he can blink himself out into safety. That is a bit of a shame. So of course doesn't work as a blink dagger. You can always blink yourself out as long as you don't get shut down. The shutdown just didn't came at the right time. Still got the blink dagger for the Magnus, so that kind of helps. They should have just tried to go for forcing him to blink and then Bye, Rise. Forcing him to blink, and then Hessa Joe blinked after him, but they couldn't get the blink dagger up before that, as in he didn't reach the shot before that. So that's gonna be that one not getting anything just yet. 2.2k gold upon a while. Maybe they want to try to take the last tier 1 tower standing on the side of Absolute Legends. As well, they have been trying to just control constantly. We still have no kills up for Absolute Legends. They've just been farming, and I don't even think they're too sad with the way things are going. I think this is going just fine for them. I mean, they still get time. They're still not in any danger of losing farm upon their carries. I mean, yeah, their carries died a couple of times, but as long as 3D Max is taking things fairly slow and having just the Windrunner as the most dangerous carry so far, they're gonna be fine. They do pick up another tower though. In the meantime, the push comes out on the top lane as well, and they're gonna be able to take this tower unless 3D Max is gonna try to defend this. The fortification already went out. But, oh, and the TP comes in as well. They want to take this. It's going to be a Sprout up on the Miracle, who's still going to be able to TP wait, unless it's going to be Shackle. And here's Shackles, and there is the kill. Gunnar was able to get himself away. Unicorn, of course. And he will continue to farm inside the jungle. He doesn't go for Battle Fury. He's actually just going for the standard Manta Cell. Well, it's not standard, for the Manta Cell. Before doing anything else. It's quite interesting to see that. But, I mean, he's under no pressure, I feel like. 3D Max are trying to get the pressure on there, and they are getting kills, don't get me wrong, but it feels like it's not going fast enough for them. We do have the gold graph going towards the 7,500. In favor of 3D Max. But yeah, Shadowblade up for Ohio, who's gonna be able to split push with that. He still has to be careful though, like if there's an anti-mage around there, I'm not sure if he can actually split push that out. Depends on how much mana he gets burned. Of course it does cost mana to use your Shadowblade. Oh yeah, looking for a Shackle. Power shot, will scout out where they are. Flame break over the top from Holla. Shadow Blade helping out with the flame break. Helping the other guy out instead. And that's gonna be the tier 2. Still going down probably. There is a focus fire if he wants to use it, but I don't think he doesn't really care. It is gonna be a respawn. He's gonna go for a Ring of Aquila. I mean, he's going slow. This is a Gyrocop that of course started out as support, but he is getting his items up slowly but steadily. The longer the game goes, the more dangerous he will be. But then again, there is a lone druid and an anti-mage on the board, and there is indeed an armlet completed up on the bear. Anoya coming in for the 3rd time for a solid save for the tower, but maybe this time he will get countered. Maybe Miracle and Rise will be able to make a change. There's no epicenter yet on the board because, oh, never mind, there is, because he just got level 6. He does have his self mana boost already. Windrunner should be careful. There comes the Burrow Strike. It does hit, and the epicenter getting charged up as well. That is going to be the first kill for Absolute Legends. And that is gonna be Mania or Miracle getting that one. I keep saying Mania because I'm used to seeing Mania as a Sand King. And Mania's in the game, so I don't know. Oh wells. In the meantime, Buller gets himself some extra farm with the Ancients that were sacked. Nice job for him. And the tower in the mid lane could be denied, but it's such a big disadvantage with losing your tier 2 tower on the Radiant side. You lose such a big portion of your map control, and mostly the portion that allows you to go for a contest of Roshan. Basically, because you can TP there and get through the Roshan fairly fast. Haste rune picked up by the Sand King. TP's out to the top lane again. Let's see if they can get something going here. Oh, he used his blink, they know that. Sprout, gonna latch, and that is gonna be a lot of damage going through, but it's not gonna be enough. He will be able to blink himself away. He's getting silenced though. That's actually might be enough. It will be enough. The Orchid MVP. And that's gonna be a kill on the Anti-Mage again. Anti-Mage, who had got himself a Yasha. He was very close to the Manta style. And the epic music starts, and we see Noya running through the forest looking for a kill. Is she gonna be able to let her shackle up on the target that is close by? It's gonna be Miracle that she is looking for, but she can't find it yet. Maybe she can find it still though. No, not. Come on, epic music. Do me some epic music while something epic is going on, actually. It would be such a help. Oh, TP in. Oh, Ravayo, epic stop. Sprout up on Mania, TP out. And then Tangle comes over. Here comes the IP. Or RP. No mana. Now there is mana. Now he can go for the RP. There we go. Hits it as well. Right clicks up on Mania. Power shot trying to help out Mania. Very tanky, but he is going to be finding his end. Thank you, epic music. It actually stopped at the same time. Cool. For people unaware, I keep saying this because I realized that for some people saying, oh, turn your music down. Well, it's basically a bug by Valve that turns the lane music up real high randomly. Well, it feels random to me, but it's probably not random in the game. But yeah, that's that. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet still managed to deny the tier 1 because there's a pushing coming from Absolute Legends. Now the question is, do they really want to try to push onto the tier 3s? I don't think so. And they actually rotate. So the tower mid getting denied, tier 1 tower still dropping, but they might actually lose a tier 2 for that on the bottom lane if they don't think they're going to be defending that. They're going to be trying to take their own tier 1 on the top lane though. That would be the last tier 1 standing on the field, but they are losing their... This was the last tier 2. Though I have to say, I mean, it's some... Oh, wait. Burrow strikes, Fateful Buller. This is the second kill. Another epicenter being used for that one. Shackle doesn't still latch on the Sand King though. Can they do enough damage? The Shockwave is on cooldown, doesn't matter. Or RP is on cooldown, that is. They're still gonna see Miracle going down as well as Rise. Hola on the way out. It is gonna be also the Anti-Mage that was able to blink himself out. They can't chase him down. But maybe they can still chase the Bat Rider. He's gonna TP himself out. And there's not anything that they can do against it anymore. Disruption wouldn't be in time. There's gonna be their Anti-Mage still running for his life. TP in from Hawaii. He's looking for him, but he just went himself away the other side. And there's no wards here up for the Radiant side, apart from this one where he's gonna be walking through soon as well. And the pause coming from the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage who has got his Manta Styles. Nice. Maybe we're gonna see 3D Max going for a Roshan with that. I don't know if you can actually hear me through that music, actually. Oh wells. Let's see. Buller, where are you gonna go? Where is he gonna go? Ah, bottom. He's gonna go bottom. They're just gonna try to go for a fight. They're gonna try to shut down Mania, perhaps. There is an RP again in 6 seconds. He doesn't really have any mana, but there is plenty of mana boots, I believe, on his team. Nope. Well, just one on the Shadow Demon and himself. A lot less than I thought. Here's the go again. Maybe it's gonna be Roshan after all. It is gonna be Roshan after all. Namesers. Well, unfortunately for, well, I guess fortunately for Mania, because he doesn't go down. He's gonna go for a Maelstrom still, by the way. And by the looks of it, almost has that on complete. Will be allowing him to be already in fights. I mean, if 3D Max is gonna continue with this pressure, Mania needs to be in fights very early on already. And he needs to get his... Oh, what a perfect flame break. Noya doesn't have a force staff. He is stuck up the high ground. And that was of course a flame break from this guy who flew himself away after that. They realized that the Roshan was being taken down, but that was actually trees being created so he could walk himself out. And Noya's still in time to pick up the Aegis. Shackle, Mania. I don't think Noya has enough damage for this, but maybe he's gonna be able to get some help because we do have the Shadow Demon incoming. TP out. No, disruption is not gonna be in time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the Maelstrom is complete with that. TP towards the top lane tower. They want to defend this, or at least deny this. They will be able to deny this, actually. In the meantime, there's Rubik going down still. It is Hester Joe that got that one. Couldn't be getting Miracle anymore, though. The RP being used for that, by the way. And at least he picked up the guy that could steal the RP. We haven't really see Rubik steal anything just yet. That's Anti-Mage. Mantis Tower complete. He's going to be able to farm a bit more safe as he feels like he has an escape, perhaps. But it's still not going to be too easy. And he actually backs himself out. He is very low on mana, so it's a bit dangerous with that. Gonna be seeing the push continuing for 3D Max. By the way, for people wondering, for people waiting for Power Rangers versus TCM, that game is already going on inside the game client due to heavy delays of the matches today. We are not going to be able to cast that one as it will just start on time and will be played at the same time as this one is going on. Just so you are aware of that. Silence up on Miracle. Flame Break gonna go on, not knocking Hawaii up on the high ground. And it looks like 3D Max. I mean, they've got the Aegis and they're ready to lay down some pressure on the tier 3s. In the meantime, though, it is going to be Mania that is able to pick up the tower on the bottom lane. And YO TPing in using Shadow Blade. Here comes Buller as well. Going to be looking to go for him. They can't do anything against that though. And the Bear is going to be the only one left here. And it's going to be that. And that's Anti-Mage also farming, but he can just blink himself out of the Sprout. And everybody else coming in too late. But the siege, because of that, ended. Because of the push middle, push bottom, the siege on the mid lane has ended. We do have an RP again in a couple of seconds. We have 1200 gold up on the Magnus after we bought up the drums of endurance, so he's not going to go for a refresher orb just yet. And Noya going to be going for an MKB by the looks of it. Carry Windrunner. We've seen it before. It's kind of interesting to see it again. And if it works also. Let's see how far they can get here. The fortification is still there for Absolute Legends though. For Focus Fire. Imagine this being done with an MKB. At least then there would be no misses from the low ground. Shackle doesn't latch. It's close though. Why is she all gold? Oh, that's the sticky napalm, I guess. Awkward. There she is again. Nature's Prophet TPing bottom, maybe trying to push the lane out. Gonna be TPing safety. Doesn't know where Mania is. Mania standing around. Bear also standing around. Has got his Maelstrom indeed ready. All that. Blink Dagger almost up on Miracle. In the meantime, it is gonna be just turtling and let your carries farm day. With Anti-Mage farming on the top lane. And pushing the lane out actually. And they're gonna be able to do a lot of damage here. If he's not gonna get stopped. So he's gonna force out some TPs or is gonna be taking the tower perhaps. 1600 gold up on him. He's died only twice. He's not been in any kills just yet. He blinks himself away though. And it's gonna be Hawaii that's gonna come in to defend this tower. And they realize Anti-Mage is top. If they kill off Anti-Mage, that could be an opening to go for the mid lane. They just need a shackle. And they realize it's there. Where are the trees? Blink away, and that's the Mantis Tower. And he needs to TP himself out as fast as he can. They know that he's there. They need a skewer. You're gonna find him, but he's gonna be blinking himself away and TPing himself out. He realized he was under heavy siege, and he is gone. He is indeed gone. They tried to see if they can still find him, but he is not there. Illusion's still trying to make higher life difficult. But it's not gonna happen. And Anti-Mage is safe once again, gonna go towards the bottom lane and farm there. And Absolute Legends pushing out, see how far they can push out before they're gonna get knocked back inside their base again by the pressure coming from 3D Max. And the gold graph, after being on a 10k advantage for 3D Max, as soon as towers stopped falling, the gold graph has been coming closer to Absolute Legends once more, purely because Miracle and of course also Unicorn have just been continuing to farm. And I've just been able to do so while 3D Max has been playing 5-man Dota and have just been sieging. And if you're sieging 5 against 3, 5 against 4, then, you know, your opponents are going to get ahead because they are the ones that get more farm than you. In the meantime, the experience graph is also still in favor of 3D Max. Not as much though, but this is mostly kills. And yeah, still the same thing. If you're going to be sieging, you're not getting that much. So that's slowly dropping down as well. Wasn't that big of an advantage for 3D Max to begin with. 3D Max going to walk up the high ground. There is no fortification anymore this time. Focus fire. Still from the low ground. Still misses a bit, but I don't think she matters. Fatebolt going through doesn't matter. It is going to be the tower that will go down. And it's going to be Barracks next. In the meantime, it is going to be already the Sand King that goes down. There are Pikachus. And it's going to be this... Oh, Nature's Prophet ultimate with the Shadow Team picking up. Shackle Ledges on the anti-mage. Shockwave going through. Almost kills enough. Kills off the illusion that he blinks away just in time. Can they also finish off Rise though? Rise uses stick charges, but he's taking a lot of damage there. Still has a Ghost Scepter, uses it also, but would only be giving extra damage to that power shot, but he misses it, so far so good. Shackle doesn't latch on the bear. Noya running himself away, doesn't want to get entangled. I don't blame him. In the meantime, there's going to be a Magnus going down in the mid lane. Mana Void being used for that one. Barracks still not going down. And this was a lot of fighting over just a tier 3. I feel like 3D Max, they went for kills rather than towers. They could have forced down a Barracks perhaps, but they were split up too much. And they went for the double siege. I guess it's not too bad, but they did lose their Magnus and they lost a lot of time. Anti-Mage actually got himself a kill. And that is something that, you know, shouldn't be underestimated. And Anti-Mage actually picked himself up that Vitality booster. So might be going for a hard just for survivability. His damage might be not too bad just yet, too good just yet. But if he gets himself a heart, if he stops dying, and then it will be meaning such a big difference. In the meantime, we have got Absolute Legends rotating bottom. If they can kill off Noya here, that will be a big step up for them. That will be giving them the chance to actually maybe do some pushing of their own. If there's a Wind Run away, the Burst Strike still hits though. It is gonna be Noya or Havayo TPing, and Shackle doesn't latch. Mechanism tries to help out. Miracle being turned into a picket, already being picked off. Can't do anything anymore. Now Havayo gonna be taken down. There goes the Sentry Ward actually to scout him out. Lasso up on Noya. It is Havayo that's still gonna get dropped down as well soon. It's Noya that already dropped. Dominating streak being out. Havayo running for his life. He's gonna be not be having a Shadow Blade very soon. He's gonna be sprouting himself up and TPing himself out of that place. But the Flame Break is still gonna give some vision and the Firefly and the Flame Break indeed gonna kill him off. 2 kills on the Radiant side. 2 deaths I should say. 2 kills also on the Radiant side though. Of course Miracle still went down, and actually the Rubik went down as well. So they were able to pick him up also, but it is gonna be given some time to the Unicorn to get some to Unicorn, sorry, not the Unicorn, to get some pressure up on the tier 2 that's standing here, and to get Absolute Legends some extra time. That's basically what they need. They need to buy time, and they are buying time. And they're doing it fairly successful. Now I have to say this support Gyrocopter's almost got himself a BKB ready. That might also help things a lot. And the MKB being almost ready as well. I don't think that the courier has got that last one in it. Yes, it actually has. So we do have the MKB ready up on the Windrunner as soon as she comes out. And we have the Refresher Orb being built up by Hasta Joe. It's not going to go as fast though anymore as Blink Dagger went, because the Blink Dagger just went that fast because he was also getting a lot of tower gold. But now, no tower golds anymore, and this is just going to be still a race against the clock, though they are able to slow down time a bit, and with that I mean of course shutting down the anti-mage slightly. They've killed him off twice. They've been making it difficult for both anti-mage and lone druid to find safety in their farm, but they are slowly but steadily getting ahead, and well, getting ahead, getting farmed, getting fat, feeding themselves with creepers. Oh no, oh Hawaii, trouble. Burrow Strike start things off with. Here comes the bear. Look for the dust. There's gonna be trying to TP out, but the entangle's there, and that's a kill. No hope for the Nature's Prophet, no hope for the split push. And once again, I mean, 3D Max, they want to of course go for a siege again. I mean, last time it was fairly successful. But do they really want to do that without Nature's Prophet is the question. I mean, you want to be doing that with 5 people there. Maybe they want to try to force out some TPs right now with going for the mid lane again, but they actually are forced to back off. So just picking up one hero at a time, it doesn't do that much, but it buys them extra time. 3D Max, they can't push in without all 5 of them there, and Absolute Legends are very well aware of that. BKB now is ready up on Buller, so he might be able to make a difference in the fights. We do have the MKB, as said already. No buyback on anybody though, apart from maybe the Magnus. Yeah, Magnus is the only one from the Radiant side that has actually got buyback. Anti-Mage has buyback on Absolute Legends, as well as the Bat Rider having it. Bat Rider, of course, has got a blink and a Force Staff. They're gonna try to look for the Anti-Mage again. If they can kill him off, he just blinked himself in. Oh, he's gonna fight. Oh, he's gonna fight on himself an RP. There is gonna be Focus Fire and a Shackle gonna be happening, but the silence is first, and that is a kill. No Shackle even needed. And that is gonna be either able to force out a buyback for Absolute Legends, or just, well, shutting him down, because they can't really find a push in right now. Not with all of Absolute Legends roaming around, not with the lanes the way they are, and they might actually just be trying to use it to go for a Roshan. Invisibility rune gonna be picked up by Rise. They know that he did that. There's the dust being popped. They realize he's there. Shackle doesn't latch, but does slow him down a bit. Power Shot will hit quite hard. And the Rocket Barrage as well, as we do have Rubik indeed dropping. Sprout trying to block things out. Ooh, Shadow Demon's Demonic Purge still killed off the Sand King. And that's gonna be Roshan for 3D Max. No doubt about that one. Unless someone's gonna try to steal it. Or destroy it. That's too late. It is no way that picks up the Aegis, of course. And they are with 5 again. So they're gonna try this one once more. Bat Rider. Flame breaking. Flying. Oh yeah, gonna try to land a Shackle. Doesn't do so. Gonna just go for the barracks. Taking a lot of flame damage though. Feels maybe a bit cocky with the Aegis. Taking a bit of unnecessary damage, I feel like. But they're still here. Black Cannon helping out cleaning out the creep wave real fast. And Absolute Legends being forced into their base. And this time Anti-Mage is even here. Gonna be trying to go for someone. Flame Break helping out. Entangle needed on Buller to start things off with. Perhaps Buller taking a lot of damage from the bear, but no entangles are there. And the bear actually gets turned into a piglet. Can't take it down though. This is just a hex. Wasted. 30-second cooldown. They're gonna try again. Shackle on the bear again. Maybe they can kill it off right now. It would be such a big asset if they do. The bear can, of course, get resummoned. In the meantime, Burst like Epicenter cooldown coming down. It's already gonna be the way that goes down, but the RP is gonna be Mania that drops. Gunner Anti-Mage also going down. It is gonna be the Bat Rider that drops and the Rubik that goes down as well. Buybacks for everybody, but double kill for the Magnus. The initiation came from Absolute Legends, but that RP, I mean, it only hit 3 people, but it hit the 3 important people. Bat Rider, he just bought back. Is he gonna die again? It looks like he is. He is indeed. Windrunner doing the job. Picks herself up a barracks as well. And there will be more barracks dropping after this one. They're gonna rotate towards the bottom lane. Nature's Prophet already creating some trees around here. They're gonna be pushing the lane back. They don't have the top lane pushed out as much, so it's easier to go bottom instead of top. Even though top, of course, already had the tower going down a bit. Anti-Mage still hanging around, but he's by himself. But it looks like 3D Max, they might just have, with that initiation with Absolute Legends, they might just have won their race against the clock. And I think if Absolute Legends didn't go in there, they would have still been sieging, and 3D Max would have still been okay, because they couldn't find an opening for that RP. But Absolute Legends created that opening for Hastajo, and Hastajo could get that RP in, and that was 2 sets of Rex gone. Is it going to be the tier 4s next? It is. Who cares about the other lane? Let's go for the tier 4s. And we are gonna see the Windrunner doing that. Focus Fire is still up, so she can use it for the next tier 4 if she wants to. Or maybe just wants to save it for the throne, because it feels like this might be game 27-6. It started out already so well for 3D Max with all those kills, and I did say like it didn't matter, and it didn't. Nice Shackle, Latches, Lasso, Windrunner, doesn't have an Aegis this time, gets disrupted to try and save a life. Cooldown still gonna come down. It is still gonna be her getting Burrow Striked and picked up by the Mana Void. Can they actually turn this around? There goes another RP though. Shockwave going on. Anti-Mage goes down for the 2nd time, and it's gonna be the Bat Rider that's gonna be trying to fly back towards his base. The Gyrocopter goes down on the side of 3D Max. It is gonna be still Mania left, being forced to TP out from his own base towards his fountain. It is gonna be him that's gonna be interrupted though. Burrowstrike coming in from the side, hits up on 2. Maybe they can turn this around. They kill off the Magnus. Magnus buys back. Throne is bare. But it looks like Absolute Legends, they might just be able to do this. Buybacks for everybody. No GG just yet. This could still be happening for Absolute Legends. Rocket Barrage going through, silence up on the up on Miracle, but he's gonna be able to stay alive. We have got Mania though in a bit more trouble, and he is gonna get dropped down still, and this is still gonna be most likely, yeah, there we go, the GG. It is gonna be absolute legends that are not gonna get those 3 points that they really wanted to have. They might still have to play regulation matches, but at 3D Max they are gonna be not getting dropped down straight away, so that is good for them. We are gonna be closing already. I did say 6 games the entire time, but I did also say during this no, yeah, picks. During this game, I said that the other game, the last game of the day, actually already started. It started on time as we had a lot of delays today. So we are just gonna have 2 matches left for StarLadder Star Series this season. It's gonna be tomorrow that we're gonna be seeing the deciding game to decide whether it's gonna be Virtus Pro or Mouse Sports to go to Kiev, or well, one of those two. And TCM versus Fnatic is tomorrow as well, even though it's mostly just for TCM to still have a chance to get some more points up on their sleeve. But for Fnatic, they're already going to go through. So Virtus Pro versus Mouse Sports is going to be the most important match tomorrow. It is going to be happening at 6. Before that match is the match versus for TCM versus Fnatic. So the game starts at 5, so 1700 CET time at 5 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that one. And we are going to be jumping ourselves out of this game. I'm going to give you commercials and music, and then I am going to be watching a different game because I think I'm going to send you to that game as well the moment I jump ourselves out of this game. Anyway, stick around for that, and be right back.